Episode 9 of All of Us Are Dead starts on the roof with all the kids fighting off Guinam, who has some freakish strength. Not only does he brush off wood blocks to the back of the head, he also controls his body in such a way that he doesn't even fall to several stiff punches. Namra's stage infection kicks in again, and using the same strength she wielded on the stairwell all those episodes ago, she throws Queenam to his doom. Again, and just like before, he picks himself back up, one bone crunching limb at a time. Honestly, what will it take to kill this guy? Jae-jun is kept in surveillance at the quarantine center. Sunmu and the other officers try to discover the origin of the virus but are not having much luck. According to the scientists, the RNA structure changes all the time, meaning the virus appears to be sentient and changing. However, they are interrupted by news that they have found a detective on the road. That is, of course, Jake. He reveals the news about Hyosan Hai and, more importantly, the laptop. Realizing this could hold the clues to the entire infection, the soldiers formulate a plan to bring the laptop back. On ground zero, Yunji is saved and is there alongside Cheolsu. She is obviously not herself and looks at him with murderous intent, revealing that she wants to eat him. And unfortunately, this bit of casual murder has widespread ramifications. Back on the roof of Hyosan Hai, the gang receive more visitors. It's not Guinam this time, but instead the helicopter showing up on the laptop retrieval mission. The kids think they are being saved, but instead they are surrounded by soldiers. Everyone has their temperature taken, including Namra, who literally just told everyone she hopes to be around them all for more campfire sessions. Thankfully, the soldiers just think she has hypothermia and give her a blanket instead. As the soldiers start airlifting the various different kids to safety, Yunji's murder causes Yeonmu to have doubts over his plan. He realizes the virus has mutated and now there is no way of differentiating between those infected and those who are not. So Seonmu gives the order to have them all shot dead. That accelerated quickly. The soldier refuses to shoot them but does apologize before being airlifted away from the survivors. With the laptop, soldiers leave with their prize while the kids are left on their own again. That's particularly bad news for the group who miss their chance to escape and are forced to hide. Back at base, Assemblywoman Kim and Yusin come under fire for Soju escaping. I mean, the soldiers and their terrible aim is much to blame, surely. Anyway, she is interrogated, retelling her story about how Suju saved her life and how she'll always stand by the side of civilians, especially if it means saving your own blood. With the soldiers no longer willing to help, it falls to one man and his shotgun to help. That man being Onju's father, Soju. When a civilian asks him for help with his wife, Soju tries to do the right thing and hands over his gun and bullets. Soju heads off alone, charging through the streets to try and find his daughter. Back at the quarantine base, Yunji is held captive. Seonmu and the others are desperate to work out what's going on with her. The virus has definitely mutated and changed into something different, at least in her. In order to figure out who actually is infected or not, the soldiers take drastic measures. Those Hyosan citizens are separated from the others, with the assemblywoman and the rebel of survivors given stricter quarantine rules. This includes Jake and Hyojul too. Right on cue, lightning crackles across the sky as the heavens open and soak the town. For those on the roof of the school, they let their emotions flow. In the middle of this storm, Jungsun comes up with another idea. They want to use the thunder as a way of disguising their movement. Specifically, they want to head for their mountains, getting away from the urban area completely. The plan is set into action and the group pair up too, holding hands in order to keep pace. Poor Desu is the odd one out, but he holds his own hand and seems to be okay with that. As they make it out the front, everything seems to be going okay, but there is a problem. As Jeongsu leads his group around the school, he runs straight into his zombified mom.